Welcome to Bits of History, brought to you by the Seward Community Library Museum. My name is Lee Pileski. You may have noticed that the street names in various parts of Seward follow a theme. For example, the downtown streets are named for presidents, and streets in Forest Acres are named for trees. The street names of the Jesse Lee Heights subdivision tell the story of the Alaska flag, which is the subject of this bit of history. The story of our flag begins in 1926 during a visit to Washington, D.C. by Alaska Territorial Governor George Parks. In the rotunda of the Post Office Department building, he saw a display of the flags of all the states and territories, except Alaska, because, as the Postmaster General told him, you have no flag. On his return to Alaska, Governor Parks proposed to the Alaska Department of the American Legion that it hold a contest among Alaska school children to find a design for an Alaska flag. The Legion set the following rules for the contest. It was open to all students from the 7th to 12th grades in all public, private, and native schools in Alaska. Each community would have a local board of judges who would choose the best designs submitted by each school in that community and forward them to the Department Adjutant of the American Legion in Juneau. All entries had to be submitted no later than March 1st, 1927. Designs were to be submitted on 8.5 by 11-inch paper. Selection would be based on the suitability of the design for use as the official flag of Alaska. The Department Executive Committee of the American Legion would make the final decision. The winner would receive a gold watch, on the back of which would be his or her design of the flag with a suitable engraving. The second place winner would receive $15 and the third place winner $10. The Seward Selection Committee, composed of L.V. Ray, Captain Ralph R. Guthrie, and Aaron E. Rucker, met on February 18, 1927. From the Seward Public School, they selected designs by Agnes Anderson, Wilma Harrison, Otto Sandbeck, Pearl Fairman, Ernestine Jensen, Virginia DeHart, Cecil Leslie, Merritt Eade, and Sidney Hendrickson. From the Jesse Lee Mission School, they selected designs by Benny Benson, Charles Lang, Minnie Anderson, Eva Olson, Carolyn Nelson, Thurburn Hatton, and Charles Nelson. The committee also awarded the prizes offered by the Seward American Legion Post for the best local designs. The first prize of $5 to Sidney L. Hendrickson, second prize of $3 to Merritt Eade, and third prize of $2 to Benny Benson. A total of 142 designs were submitted to the final awards committee by the various local selection committees. On the 21st of April, 1927, Aaron E. Rucker of the Seward Selection Committee received the following telegram from Juneau. Design submitted by Benny Benson, attending Mission School in Seward, containing blue field with dipper and North Star, has been decided winner of first prize by the final awards committee. Design will be offered for adoption by legislature tomorrow as Alaska's official flag, and predict no opposition. The Seward Daily Gateway of April 22nd reported, Mrs. A.E. Rucker, principal and teacher of the 7th and 8th grades at the mission school, read the telegram. Benny grasped his desk, became pale and speechless. His classmates burst into applause, but Benny was in a trance. The whole school was called together, and the news read to the pupils. Despite calls for a speech, all Benny could do was rise and acknowledge the applause of his classmates. The territorial legislature unanimously adopted Benny Benson's design for the Alaska flag on May 2, 1927, and directed that the governor cause the original design to be properly encased and placed in the Alaska Historical Museum, and that due credit be given Benny Benson, aged 13 years, a student in the 7th grade of the Territorial School near Seward, Alaska, the designer of the flag there herein described and adopted as the official flag of Alaska. The legislative description of the flag was, the design of the official flag is 8 stars on a field of blue, so selected for simplicity, its originality, and its symbolism. The blue, one of the national colors, typifies the evening sky, the blue of the sea, and the mountain lakes, and the wildflowers that grow in Alaskan soil. The gold being significant of the wealth that lies hidden in Alaska's hills and streams. The stars, 7 of which form the constellation Ursa Major, the Great Bear, the most conspicuous constellation in the northern sky, contains the stars which point toward the 8th star in the flag, Polaris, the North Star, the ever-constant star for the mariner, the explorer, the hunter, trapper, prospector, woodsman, and the surveyor. For Alaska, the northernmost star in a galaxy of stars, and which at some future time will take its place as the 49th star in our national emblem. And to end our story, we need to mention that all these events took place during the presidency of Calvin Coolidge. The story of the Alaska flag poem and song will be told in a future bit of history. Thank you for listening to this bit of history. Remember, the Seward Community Library Museum is the place to go to learn more about Seward's interesting history.